Hello and welcome to All About Community. My name is Robert L. Harris and I am your host. Today we're continuing our series on the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce businesses. It is so important that we do business with our Black business owners right here in the Bay Area. Today my guest is AkuaRose Feathers. Did I get that right?
You got it right.
I got it right. I believe you refer to yourself as the intentional living coach. Can you explain that? What is that all about?
Absolutely.
Sounds fascinating.
Yeah, because a lot of times we go through life just rote. We just go by memory. We just go on autopilot. And I believe that if we want to have the life that we all dream of and that life of ease and peace and wellness, there has to be some intentionality. We have to do some things on purpose, because of purpose, with purpose. And so I help people to do that.
Do some things because of purpose.
Absolutely.
With purpose. Now, what do you mean by that? Go ahead. And what?
And on purpose.
And on purpose. Now, explain that. See, each time you say something, you're going to have to explain it again. And on purpose.
I do not mind. Again, if we're on autopilot, we're just going with the flow. Life is happening to us. And so when we think about what is my purpose, what is my reason for being in this place, what is my reason for being here, period, those things can motivate and help inform the decisions we make, the people the friends we hang out with, and even the jobs we choose. It has so much to do with our overall lives. So we got to get focused on purpose. And like I said, live with that intentionality.
Now, why is your business important to not only your clients, but also to our viewers? Why? Why is that important?
Because the level of stress that it takes to go along to get along, to get in to fit in, it just rises and rises. And a lot of times we say, oh, well, it is what it is. That's just how it's always been. But when we start to live with intentionality, we can alleviate that stress, because all that stress does harm to our bodies. It's not just a thing that you can just brush aside. It's doing some harm and damage to our bodies. So we allow ourselves to start focusing on purpose and with intentionality, then we can start alleviating some of that stress and strain on our bodies.
Eliminating stress and strain on our bodies. Now, you have a 3-day master class. Is that correct? Yeah. Now, what's that 3? Can you talk about that for a second?
I would love to. So the 3-day masterclass is called Choosing Me, Beyond the Strong Black Woman Persona. And it's really helping Black women to do exactly what I'm talking about, to move beyond those expectations of always being available, always knowing what to do, always having the answer, and being able to say, well, what do I want? What do I need? And how can I get it? So I use my methodology to help them craft.
And most of your clients are Black women?
Most of my clients are Black women. I've helped women of all nationalities, but Black women has been the primary.
Now, how does one get in contact with your business? You have a website or other contact information that you can share with our viewers?
Absolutely. Determinedlyready.com. That's where you'll find info on my new book, my social media pages, and a little bit more about me.
Now, can you talk just for a quick second a little bit more about that 3-day master class, because that's fascinating.
Yeah, I help Black women to understand where does the strong Black woman trope come from? What does it, what has it done historically, and how it creates this harm, because there's an image that we're seeking to live up to. And then I help them create a foundation so they can start off that life of authenticity with the less stress and less overwhelm, so that they can design the life they desire.
Now, you're a member of the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce. Can you tell us why it's important to be, from your perspective, a member of the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce?
Absolutely. As an entrepreneur, you're in a silo by yourself. You don't have anybody to throw ideas off of. You don't have anybody to, kind of learn from and glean from. But being a part of the OACC, you get that opportunity. It opens you up to a bunch of resources. You can meet new people, network, learn, teach, and share, and you do it within a community of people who understand some of the struggles that you go through as Black people.
So there is real value in the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce in terms of becoming a member, and you would encourage, and this is the leading question, you would encourage everybody to become a member. Is that right?
I would absolutely encourage everyone to become a member because again, it gives you access to resources and communities, and you meet individuals that you would not necessarily meet and have access to if you were in that silo by yourself.
Now, can you look into that camera and explain to our viewers why your business is important to them?
Absolutely. There's so much going on in the world, there's so much going on in your community, and there's so much going on in your life, and you're trying to hustle and bustle and get it all settled and get it all resolved, but you're forgetting about the most important person in that whole scenario, you. And so I can help you to focus on you and make yourself the main character of your story so that you can show up for yourself and you can show up well for all of the people who rely on your support.
And that's very important. Show up well. I mean, that says a lot in itself, because it seems to me that you are helping people to become better understand themselves. Is that correct?
Yes, and they get to define what better means and then meet that standard. If you're living up to somebody else's standard, then you never know when you made it, because those things are fickle and they change. But when you create from what comes from within you, then you can move and change and flip and flop as much as you need to, because it's coming from inside of you and you're fully informed about you.
Coming from with inside you.
Within.
Good. And that is so insightful. Dr. AkuaRose Feathers, the Intentional Living Coach, thank you for being our guest on All About Communities. Pleasure to have you, and we wish you well in your business, and we would encourage you to use her business, because by using her business, guess what? You're going to become a better person. Thank you for being our guest.